MJ, are you...
Oh, hi. So sorry I'm late. My other audition took longer than expected.
No worries at all. You're my grand finale, so we have extra time to dazzle.
Yeah, well, then I'll dazzle away.
So before we start, my name is Max, and I am the casting director for One for the Roads.
Oh, that's actually what brought me here today. Actually, Rhodes is my name. Rhodes Calloway. So the title stood out to me. I mean, what are the chances, right? Like the universe looked at my resume and was like, "Oh, yes, this one's for you, bud."
Cosmic serendipity. How quaint.
But get this. It gets weirder. On my way out of the last audition, a black cat crossed me not once, not twice, but thrice. I mean, what are the chances? I'm telling you, it was like a sign, a female harbinger. Just good luck for me.
Cats do tend to roam freely.
And then, okay, this is the cherry on top. I found a 4-leaf clover in the park. I bent down to tie my shoe, and there it was. Oh, an emerald winking up at me amongst his 3-leaved brethren.
They grow closer to the ground, quite the strategic advantage for shoe tying breaks.
You're not grasping the magnitude here, Max, my friend. I even had a ladybug land on my script while I was rehearsing this morning. A ladybug. I mean, if that doesn't scream Rhodes is destined for the role of One for the Roads, I don't know what is.
Insect landing patterns are seldom a reliable career indicator. Shall we proceed with the script?
Certainly.
I want you to begin from the first page. Please read Rhodes's lines, and I'll handle the other parts. I'll interrupt if I've heard enough and provide feedback if necessary.
In the small town of Midvale. That's my hometown.
Coincidences abound. Shall we continue?
In the small town of Midvale, where the sun kisses the tips of evergreens and the children are as free as the day is long, I was brought into this world. You know, that's pretty spot on. Midvale, exactly like that. I mean, a real picturesque slice of Americana. The kind of place where you could leave your door unlocked and everyone knew everyone.
The writer will be thrilled to hear.
As a youngster, my mother would often say that I had enough energy to power the whole town, and boy, I tried. Wow! My mom actually said this stuff to me all the time. How did... Never mind. In school, I was not just a class clown, but the entire circus. Juggling jokes, acrobatic cross humor, and walking the tightrope of teachers' patience. That's funny. Are you sure you didn't get this script from my life? I mean, I even went to circus camp one summer.
A happy accident, I assure you.
Well, if you say so. It's actually your line.
I see. Excuse the delay. My son, I've seen you blossom into the man you are today. Thrilled to report that I played zero part in that.
Ouch. That's a bit sharp.
Mr. Calloway, please.
Sorry. Mom, I've been nothing but a son worthy of a mother as fabulous as you.
Your brother was the worthy one.
Well, see, I don't have a brother. So, difference.
Good to know.
What are you writing?
No need to concern yourself.
Oh, okay. It just seems that you wrote down that I don't have a brother, which...
I have no need to write that down. Well, I've heard enough from this section. Moving forward, I would appreciate less commentary. Please try to stay in character no matter what details stand out to you, and if you can agree to that, we can continue with the audition.
I can do.
Perfect. Please turn to page 53 and start halfway through the page. Is something wrong, Mr. Calloway?
It's just... Is this Rhodes' wife in this scene?
Indeed. Let me guess. This is also your wife's name.
You know what? Never mind.
Whenever you're ready.
Honey, I'm home. You will not believe the day I had.
Rhodes, we need to talk.
Not only did I get a flat tire on the way to work, but I also got laid off. I am serious. If I get any more bad news today, I'm going to burst.
Rhodes, I want a divorce. It's your line. Oh, excuse me. One moment. Hi, sweetheart. Yes. So far, so good. Page 53. I know. I'll let you know. Take care. As you were.
Am I missing something here?
I believe I sent you the most current version. I will take it from my line to help you get back on track. Rhodes, I want a divorce. Please don't skip ahead, Mr. Calloway.
Moira, where is this coming from? I thought we were happy.
I haven't been happy in years. Well, I have actually, just not with you. Mr. Calloway, I am getting tired of these interruptions.
It's you, isn't it?
Excuse me?
You're having an affair with Moira!
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was her on the phone.
What phone?
Moira just called you. You called her sweetheart.
I have taken no phone calls during this audition. I take actors' time, personal time, very seriously. Now, I've given you plenty of warnings, and you have wasted too much of my time. This audition is over.
Oh, wait. No, what the fuck is going on here? And who are you? And who the fuck wrote this? Wait. You were in Barbados? She said that was a conference. Oh, God.
Goodbye, Mr. Calloway.
No. Don't you dare end this meeting. I demand to know who you are. Am I actually getting laid off?
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Yeah, well, fine. I slept with the maid of honor. Yes, I did. The maid of honor. See how she likes that.
So did we, Rhodes. Have a nice night.
Can't believe he's so trusting. While I'm right behind you, thrusting. Fiona's got him on the phone. Yeah, she's trying not to moan. It's a three-way call and he knows nothing. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Don't tell Scotty, 'cause Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell
Ooh. Who's that? Can't see anything. Oh! My boys together again. Well, sort of.
Can you guys... I think my microphone...
Why is he here?
Great to see you too, Stan. We're here for Mom, remember?
Cheers to your father. He always did like a good Cabernet.
I can hear you.
Mom, maybe pace yourself?
Oh, relax. It's a celebration of life. And besides, the liquor store has a delivery service now.
You let her do this?
She's grieving, Stan. We all are.
I think that we. Wait. What? What are we celebrating?
Life, dear. Your father specifically.
Oh, right. Cheers to Dad.
Would be nice if we could all see and hear each other at the same time. Damn technology.
More wine for us.
Why didn't you tell me he was going to be here?
Would you have come if I had told you? Exactly. Now, can we please try to act like a family for 5 minutes? Didn't you say you were getting wine?
Ran out. Do either of you have olives?
Mom, I am 3 states away.
I see. Well, if you are up for the drive, I'm sure I'll still be needing a jar by the time you get here. Uh-oh.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi decided to pay tribute to Dad by taking a nap too.
Oh. Oh, Stanley. Oh, he would have chuckled at that one. Always said we did rely too much on gadgets and gizmos.
Oh, speaking of Dad, remember Dad's sayings? A day without laughter is a day wasted. Yeah.
Maybe we should share a story about him. Okay, I'll start. Remember when he tried to fix the kitchen sink and ended up flooding the house? He stood there with that soaked hat and looking so proud, and he said,
Now we have an indoor swimming pool.
yes.
Yeah, and I was the one who had to call the plumber twice.
Oh, and then the plumber came a second time in his swimming suit because Dad told him it was part of our house dress code.
Oh, to the plumber who had a sense of humor. Come on. Clink, clink. There you go.
Your turn, Stan.
I'd rather not.
Well, wait. Why don't you talk about when he caught you masturbating?
Mom!
Gross. Why would we talk about that?
Come on now. It's perfectly natural. Your father was still dancing with the snake up until the day he died.
Whoa.
He said to me, Margaret, if I'm going out today, I'm going out happy and fulfilled.
Ugh.
Is it weird I want to hear about this?
Can we not talk about Dad like this, please? It's all I'll be thinking about during the wake.
Fine. If it will make you all happy, but I'm not giving you the explicit version.
As if there's another type.
All right. So I was in my room, teenage years, peak of my awkward phase, and Dad just comes barging in without knocking.
Classic Dad move.
Mm-hmm.
Like he ever did that to you. He was petrified of your vagina.
Can we stay focused on Stanley's anatomy, please? I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, that was weird. Anyway, there I am, deer in the headlights, and he just freezes.
What did he say?
He blinks, looks at me, and goes, "Son, I see you're doing a bit of personal gardening, tending to the old twigs and berries."
Twigs and berries! It's a new one.
He decides this is the perfect time for the talk. So he sits down on the bed and goes, doesn't even acknowledge what's playing in the background, and goes, "Son, life is a lot like a beehive."
Oh, please tell me he did not compare sex to bees.
Oh, but he did. He says, The queen bee is like a beautiful lady. You've got to work hard to make her buzz. And you, my son, are a diligent little worker bee. You might think you're ready to dive headfirst into the pollen,
Oh no.
but
Pollen.
without proper technique and respect for the pollen,
Oh God.
you'll end up with nothing more but a sting on your proboscis.
Oh.
your, your father never was good with metaphors.
But apparently great with analogies involving insect reproduction.
Wait. We shared the same room. Where was I? I was in the room, wasn't. See, this is exactly the thing you do, doing anything you want without any respect for anybody else.
What are you talking about?
Why don't we just take a breath? This is not the time to talk about this.
Talk about what? I don't understand what's happening here.
This conversation is not meant for today. Can we just focus on Mom?
Oh, please. I'm fine.
So you want to know what's wrong, Sarah? Danny will talk with his own sister, but not his own brother.
I am his sister.
I think I'm going to take a break. I need to use the bathroom anyway.
See, there he goes, running around and running off like he always does. I mean,
This is not the time for this, Danny. It's been 4 years. Can't you just wait a few days until after the services are over?
you're right. I'm sorry. It's just hard to hold back, with everything going on.
Let me tell you both something. Your father wouldn't want this bickering. Not today. He'd say, if you can't solve it over a beer, it's not worth solving.
Yeah, but Danny and Stan don't drink beer together anymore.
Oh, well, maybe they should start again. Oh.
Maybe we should just talk about the arrangements.
Quite right. Let's start with the food. I was thinking one of your dad's favorites. Danny, what would you be willing to make?
What about those spaghetti sandwiches with chunky peanut butter?
You and Dad are the people in the literal world, only people in the literal world who would put that in their mouths.
It's not for other people.
What is the plan, darling? Have everyone gather around the casket and force feed it to his corpse?
Don't call him that.
I just think he would like it.
He doesn't like anything anymore. He's dead.
Jesus, Mom.
Then what do you suggest?
What about... what about your famous meatballs? He always said that they were the best he ever had. We could have little toothpicks or... no. Wait. Little umbrellas. I have 1,000.
No.
I'm sorry?
I said no. I don't make those anymore, not since I will literally do anything else.
Come on, Danny. It's been years. Why can't you just let this go?
All right. What did I miss?
The food, darling. We're deciding what to serve at the reception.
I know this is normally Danny's department, but I would be more than happy to make those meatballs he likes so much.
Oh, no.
What did you say?
Oh, that would be perfect. Danny said he wouldn't, so the issue is solved.
You know what? That's it. I can't believe you. I'm out of here.
What the hell is his problem?
We just keep going on with the plans.
Stanley,
Hmm.
I would like you to do the eulogy.
Why not me?
You can't even get through the Notebook without crying, and even after you've seen it 1,000,000 times, the ending hasn't changed.
She remembers him, Mom. gets to die next to her knowing she remembers their love.
It's fine, Mom. I can do it.
Top drawer.
What the hell is that?
It's a Corona Rita deer. Give it the time.
So what am I to talk about?
Mm. Well, anything you'd like. Well, maybe not the bee story.
Yes, please don't do that.
Got it. No bees. But Dad had a lot of quirks. Oh, I could tell about the time he had a feud with the neighborhood squirrels.
When he rigged the bird feeder to spin.
Yes! It sent those squirrels flying like furry little acrobats. Oh, that was a classic.
Exactly. It's light, it's funny, and it shows how passionate he was. Even if it was about keeping rodents away from his birdseed.
Oh, and it's just the kind of laugh we'll need on that day. Just make sure you practice, though. I don't want you getting choked up and ruining the punchline.
So, food is all set. Stanley's meatballs, no spaghetti sandwiches. Stanley's doing the eulogy. What about music? Dad had interesting tastes.
He loved that one-man band who played at the annual street fair. What was his name?
Hank the Harmony Henderson. He plays the harmonica, the drums, and the accordion simultaneously.
I can already see the guest faces when he starts up his polka rendition of Stairway to Heaven.
I'd pay good money to see that again.
Okay,
Oh.
so Hank the Harmony Henderson for music. This is turning out to be quite the send-off.
I'll get it.
No one else can, Mom.
It's probably another casserole.
I actually need to get up for a second. It's colder in here than I thought, and I want to get a sweater.
Am I just gonna sit here by myself?
Jesus, you will be fine. Maybe you can look up that video you were watching before Dad walked in. Take a trip down memory lane.
You're sick, you know that?
I will literally be gone for a minute. You will be fine.
Says you.
Why don't you go over your eulogy? Use this time wisely.
All right, Stanley. You can do this. The eulogy. Easy. Dad was a... No, that's too formal. Papa Smurf. No, that's too informal, and it doesn't even make sense. He doesn't even have a beard. I'll think of the name later. For stories, the squirrel story is a good opener. Keeps things light, but I can't just be the funny guy. I gotta show some heart, right? But not too much. I don't want to end up like a blubbering mess like Sarah. How about my dad was a man of great appetite. Not just for life, but literally, he never met a buffet he didn't conquer. And you know what they say, a family that eats together stays together. Well, unless Dad found you eyeing the last piece of cheesecake, then it was every man for himself. No, too cheesy. Pun not intended. All right, let's try this again. Dad was he was the kind of dad who would do anything for his kids. You've heard that a million times, right? But with him it was no cliche. It was gospel truth. Like this one time when Danny and I were kids, we were playing out back, pretending to be pirates. We were digging for treasure in our yard when we found these old gardening tools in the shed, and only our treasure map led right under Dad's prized rose bush. We labored like two little grave diggers, so engrossed in our quest that we didn't even hear Dad come home. And there he stood, framed in the doorway, the very image of patience. His tie loosened, his sleeves rolled up, and he watched us uproot his beloved rose bush without saying a word. For a minute there, I thought we had dug our own graves. You know what he did? He put down his briefcase and he grabbed a shovel. Instead of scolding us, and he helped us search for the lost gold. When Mom called us for dinner, there was no lecture waiting, just Dad's laugh as he retold our story. The roses, yeah, they were replanted, though slightly worse for wear, and Dad's only comment was how we'd have to find better treasure next time. Danny here, good old Danny, well, he was the mastermind behind half the shenanigans we got into. If I was the brawn, he was certainly the brains. He always had this glint in his eye, you know? The kind that spelled mischief, but also promised a heck of a good time. This guy right here could charm the wings off butterflies. One time, he convinced me that if we wore capes made from Mom's best tablecloths, we could fly. And I was skeptical, rightly so, but he had this persuasive way about him. Before you knew it, there I was, perched on top of the roof, ready to leap.
For the record, I said that we could, not would.
Oh, look at my boys. Finally forgave him for exposing your meatball recipe, Danny.
Sorry it took so long. I had to go to the laundry and find the sweater.
Seriously? That is what you've been upset about? That I gave away your secret ingredient?
I told you in confidence, Stanley. In confidence.
I didn't
And
think
then you
that...
go to the family reunion and announce it so publicly, like it's as public as Britney Spears' Instagram page.
It wasn't that public.
Well, if it's not the great meatball secret debacle of '09. Can't believe you two are still stewing over that. I think it was a matter of national security.
National security? I leave for 5 minutes and suddenly we're in a spy thriller?
You know what, Danny? Hold on. I got something to show you. Hold on.
Danny, sweetheart, can't we all just have a good afternoon? I'm here trying to keep this live and happy, and you boys, you just keep throwing peanuts.
Peanuts?
Hey, I'm allergic.
It was an honest mistake, Danny. Stanley loves you.
Are those?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Well, they can't be as good as mine.
Danny, it's just a drop of pickle juice.
There you go again, just telling anyone who will listen.
Oh, we were there the first time, and also, I already knew.
So did I.
Oh,
It was obvious. And to be fair, you always put a bit more than a drop.
Yeah.
how dare you?
Oh, don't be so dramatic, Danny. It's not like he's wrong.
What Mom is trying to say is that everyone has their own version of the meatballs.
No, there is only one version, and that is my version. Anyone else's version is wrong and stupid.
Hey now, stupid is a naughty word. Dad would be so disappointed.
Oh God, this is awful. Oh, Stanley! Stanley, may I have some of your meatballs?
Crying out loud.
Can we not do this? This is turning into the Meatball Wars episode 2.
The Meatball Wars! Now that would make for a fine title for our next family newsletter.
Look,
Ooh.
I just want an apology.
That's it.
Yes, that's all I've ever wanted.
Danny, this whole time, all you wanted from me was to apologize. I didn't even know I needed to say I'm sorry. I didn't know I hurt you.
Really didn't know?
Of course not. I never intentionally try to embarrass you or... Today doesn't count.
See, Danny? This all could have been avoided if you had just communicated your feelings.
Right. I should have trusted that we could work it out. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you caved.
What?
You caved. You apologized for my mistake. You are such a sucker.
Stanley!
What? I take it back.
You can't. No takesy backsies.
I need a drink.
So do I. I'll meet you in the kitchen, darling.
Mom, never mind.
Well, at least I still have my secret mac and cheese recipe.
That's also pickle juice.
Damn it!
Hi, my name's